Hi all, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to explain a powerful concept called recursion. Recursion is a very complex concept, so I will try to simplify as much as possible and to improve your understanding about recursion. What is recursion? Recursion is calling the function within itself. So that means from the function we will call the same function. We will keep on calling the same function again and again. Oh, that is called recursion. Let me explain how the recursion works with a simple program called factorial. So now I have chosen the programming language Python, and also I have used an online editor to do this Python programming. And one more point I want to highlight is nowadays Python is extensively used everywhere, coming from big data analysis to artificial intelligence. Everywhere it is used now. I will now explain what is factorial means. For example, 5 factorial, if you see, it is equal to 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. This is 5 factorial. So if you want to see how we can do this 5 factorial using recursion, okay, I will now the factorial x. This is the start of the function. So every function starts with keyword def and followed by the name of the function and the value it expects. And we can see now if what if x equal to 1. So when x equal to 1, we all know the what does that mean. We are trying to calculate the factorial of 1, and that is if x equal to 1 means we have called with this function with value 1. That means we want to calculate the factorial of 1. So factorial of 1 is 1, so return 1. If it is not 1, then what we want to do, we will try to calculate the what are the number provided, the factorial for the number provided. So I will take x equal to fact equal to x into factorial of x minus 1, and I will return fact. So here the function ended. If you see, I am calling this factorial function again here within the function. Okay, so when x is not 1, then it keeps calling the same function again and again. Okay, as long as x equal to 1. When x equal to 1, it will break that loop, so it will not keep calling. Then when x equal to 1, that is when it will stop calling itself and it will go break that chain. Okay, so I will explain what is the chain I am saying. You will understand when I explain with some example. I will take number 3 to explain the factorial. So print the factorial of number is a variable. I will give one space here so that in output we get a space is factorial of number. So I have taken, I am trying to calculate the factorial of 3 here. So I am calling this factorial function in the main program here. So unless we invoke any function within the main program, it will not get called. Okay, it will not get executed on its own. So here I am calling, this is the first place, it will call this function with value 3. So let me see the result, how whether it is working or not. Let me show you. Okay, so we can see the factorial of 3 is 6. You can see that. Now let me explain with small how it works. Okay, I will take a notepad for this you to explain. So let me copy this to Notepad. Here we are calling with the value 3 because we have assigned the value 3 and we called with 3 here. So what happens, this function now got called with value 3. That means now x is equal to 3. Okay, now it will check whether 3 equal to 1. Failed. Okay, condition failed. If the condition failed, what happens? It will come and execute this one. This is outside the if, right? So it will execute these two statements. Try to execute. But what happens before it try to execute these two statements? We have called the same function again here, right? So these statements will not get executed. This will be pending to be executed. So these are the statements that has to be executed at. Before, now the x value is 3. Now it is called 3 into factorial of 2. So now the function is called. The same function is called with value 2. So unless this call returns some value, it will not get executed. Okay. So this is still in the pending. It will keep these things in stack. So now what happens? It called with value 2. Now it is x value is 2. You can see 2 equal to 1. So equal to 1 failed. This is not correct. So it goes here again same way. You see, now these statements are again, these two statements are pending. Now since it called with value 2, right? You see it is 2. So it will be x is 2 into factorial of 1. Because 2 into factorial of 1. X minus 1 is, here x is 2, it's 2 minus 1, 1. So it is 1. So what happens? It is calling the function with 1 now. So 1 x value is now 1. If you see 1 equal to 1, this condition passed. Now this function returned the value 1. So now there is nothing to be executed, pending to be executed. It already returned the value 1. So where this 1 will go, and 1 will go here. It will this call will get replaced with value 1. So now fact value is 2. So here return 2. So this return 2. This 2 value go and replace this call statement. So here it is 2. 3 into 2, 6. So now it returns 6. This is also executed. Now this is executed. Okay, this is not in the call stack. This is executed. Now fact also got executed and return 6. This is also not in the stack. Okay, now this value goes here and this call will get replaced with the value 6. So now we can see the factorial of numbers is, factorial of 6 is 6, factorial of 3 is 6. That is what the result we have seen. If we give some other number here, example 5, now we see, run it. The factorial of 5 is 120. So hope you now understand how the recursion works. Using recursions, we can even easily do binary tree traversal, quicksort, merge sort. For these, you can follow my next coming videos. Thank you for watching this. Please like and subscribe the video. Please provide your comments to improve the next video. Thank you.